Hey guys, hey, what's up? Hi, you guys, I know you guys have not heard from me in a minute. Oh, trust me, it's been a hectic season. And even apart from that, I kind of had this little band on my YouTube channel for some stupid reason. You guys know that Mary Cosby video, songs video, they weren't really happy with it, so they, especially now that the song, because I have posted the video a long time ago, so it made no sense why they're banning it now. But I feel now that the song is dead, I don't know if YouTube has this awareness maintenance or something. I have no idea, but they just banned the recent one I posted after the song died, and I was like, okay, but you guys not ban the old one, but it's okay. It's okay because it's just one video and it had no views on it. So I was like, it's fine. You can even ban it. You can take it to heaven. You can take it to wherever. For you banning my video, you can take it to hell. I'm just joking. You don't know. But actually, you can take it to heaven. You can take it to wherever place you're going to eternity or wherever. It had no views. So I was like, oh, you guys might as well ban it. I would ban it myself. All right, guys. How are you guys doing? What's going on? What's not happening? Today, yeah. So there's so many. I'm not going to talk about. Like I said, I'm not talking about certain shows. This is not a recap channel, so you can go look for those channels and check it out. I'm not going to talk about. I'm not interested in certain shows. You know, I did make recordings of them, but I said I'm not going to release them because this is not a recap channel. I don't want you guys to get it confused. I had one I'm going to release. So I don't know if I released it. There was a video I made on beauty standards, and I don't know if I've deleted it or because sometimes I delete some recordings. But I'll check. I'll check if it's still there. But yeah, I wanted to make this video, talking about everything in recent times. As you all know, last week the Iran, and I don't want to really dive into it because for me, I feel like it's just something that okay, every beginning of year we always have one major political drama happening. So I feel it will soon die down. But let me say this about all this. Um, it's best not to. I'm not want to be judging countries and all those kind of things. I always said this. I was telling my friends anytime they talk about it with me. I'm like, I don't even want to hear that shit because when 2026, should we really be having this kind of wars anymore? I'm not saying yes, people will surely fight for power and everything, but should all this kind of wars still be happening? Like is there not another way? Like this is 2026. Yes, fine, electric drones and whatever. But isn't there another way they can translate? Because you guys are killing innocent life over your selfish interests. And another thing is that it doesn't even make sense at this point. Oh, because of economical gain, because of so who do we even believe at this point? Because I honestly I love Trump, but I don't fully trust him. Anybody in power I really don't trust like that. I think Trump is a funny man and vibrant man, especially for his age and everything he does. And I never criticize his political stand because I'm not saying he's the best. I do not like the way he's chasing ice. Now, get me right here. I don't like the way and listen to me clearly because I know a lot of you don't listen once you hear somebody going again. Nah, that is not how life works. You gotta listen very well. Now, here's what I'm saying. I don't like the way he's treating ICE, treating the whole. My country, Nigeria, is banned, and I really have a lot to do in the US. In recent times, but they banned my country, and I am sad about it. But at the same time, I'm like, okay, I can understand is his protection method. Every leader is going to, and this US citizen, like they say, you never know what you have until you lose it. Every leader is going to protect his best interest. Trust me on that one. Every leader, Iran is fighting for the best interest. Of, okay, maybe apart from bad leaders, but every leader is going to protect the best interest of the every good leader of the country. If Trump is doing this ICE thing for the best interest of the country, then I really don't see having a problem. But you guys are trying to say he's not doing it for the best interest of the country. You guys are thinking he's doing it because he's a racist, or because of he's just a terrible leader, or because he's just a selfish, he feels he has the power. So, but I mean, what I feel is that if he's not saying they shouldn't come, what he's saying is that come through the legal means. Don't be illegal in my country. And Mexico is very close. It's an easy border cross for them to. Before you know it, the country's population will be 900 million. Do you know what it will mean for 900 million to be in your land? US is already almost 400 million people. Okay, let me calm down. But almost 350. What am I saying? Maybe it's even 400 million. And that's too much for you. I'm not saying they don't have the land size or so, but come on now. It's too much for a country you guys are calling the new world. It's just like Dubai having, okay, let me not compare it to Dubai, but it's too much. And Nigeria is 200 million, yet there's no development. Imagine we start allowing more people in. It's too overcrowded. So I guess where you guys should try and put yourself out of the show of, okay, innocence and everything. I'm not saying I don't like the method he's using because he's doing it with aggression. But at the same time, I don't mind the method because it won't be easy to get people out because nobody will want to leave if he does it calmly. But at the same time, let me say this. Let me just wrap this up, this particular topic, because I just want to recap with all of you. Like I said, I don't like long videos, but this one, on the next one I'll do on beauty standards, if I've not dropped it yet, I would make it a short video. But let me say this just to wrap this up. You all should just try and look at things in the perspective of, okay, protection and understanding sometimes. I'm not, trust me, there's nothing for me to gain. Let me say that I'm a Nigerian. I'm a full-blown Nigerian. He has banned my country. In fact, if anything, I should be more angry than you guys because I really want to come to the US. You guys know Nigerians, we love to come to other people's country and try to succeed over there because our country is failing us. So we're trying to make money and then live to our own country. And some of us settle down there. It depends on how your life goes. But I'm just saying that if there's anybody who should be against it, it should be me because there's nothing I'm gaining, supporting supporting him, yeah, there's nothing I'm gaining. But I'm not supporting him, but I'm supporting the sense of what he's doing. But I'm not supporting the way he's carrying out the approach. But at the same time, I understand it. So it's a whole confusing matter, you know. So I, I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Sorry. I was trying to monitor my environment a bit. All right. Yeah. Sorry. Where was I? Yeah. So I'm not supporting. It's not like I'm supporting his action. It's just a whole confusing situation. I've always said it. And let me just make it clear. Uh, yes, I like the guy. Okay, I don't. I said love the first time. I like the guy. You know in the sense that he's funny. Like I said, that is why I like Amanda. And if you have watched Housewives of Beverly Hills, she's funny also. I like funny people that are just lighthearted. Their own funny is not trying to be there. They just are just funny without doing it on purpose. So I like all those kind of funny people, but I just don't support setting up his action, but it's not from because I like him from now. It's because of an understanding I have with what he's doing. I have a big understanding, but at the same time, he could also be doing it. Like I said, now here's another thing, so that you guys don't feel that I'm leaving you guys your opinion out. Not that it matters, but here's what I'm saying is that you guys could also have a point. He could be doing it for his own selfish gain. Who knows? Because I really don't trust him like 100. I don't trust any leader, honestly. So I mostly politicians, I will give them a 40% trust. In fact, why am I saying 40? I don't give them any trust self. Could even be 0.1 because everything got to be for a selfish gain. It's all to make your country better. So it will be, and there will be good liars, obviously. Anybody in that field will be good liars. Politics, lawyers, all those kind of things will be good liars. Even doctors are good liars. Anybody in a state of power is a good liar. You know, everybody is a good liar, but it comes in convenient for them. You know, what they choose to, just the way they say, people are pickers, sinners, or sinners pickers, or whatever what it's called. You know, it's just the one that they want to agree with, and the ones they don't want to agree with, they demolish it and shame it. You know, so yeah, it just depends. You know, so that's what I can say for on that. So in this Iran and um American one now, here is where I can come for. I can say, okay, I could see Iran side, I could also see America side, but at the same time, let me just say this: it's 2026. People should not be, as in, like, I don't feel all this war is necessary in this kind of sense anymore. I don't feel this kind of battle. We're not interested. You know, I've said this in my podcast when I had the nigga show. You can go check it out on Spotify. If you guys want to fight, we can give you guys space in the boxing ring. The two leaders fight themselves. You guys don't have to be using machines. No, if you guys really don't like each other as a country, you can do that. If you're angry with them, we can give you guys space. Whoever wins would have the say of vote also. But just stop it with the whole rockets and flying. Nah, you guys are just hurting buildings, hurting innocent people, hurting lives, wasting power, supply, all those kind of things. You know, there is limited time, as times are going, and as we can see, that we could even end up having on this. Who knows? Maybe we have unlimited, maybe we have limited. Who knows? So let's be smart. You know, let's be smart at least. All right, moving on. Um, yeah, I just want to touch on that. So yeah, I wanted to talk about. I watched last week Paradise. I think I could not drop video last year. You know, Shailene Woodley just had a cameo and now she's off. I really, it's made me emotional. And the way she died, I don't know, something about Shailene Woodley. I said it in my last video, right? I did a video on her, a short video, you know, and which I'm going to do a short maybe later on her. I said it that there's just something about her. She's just, she's the only person who could make me cry I said The Fault in Our Stars was one of the best cry I've seen in any movie. Yes, I'm thinking if there's one other movie coming to my head that did good but not as good as The Fault. But The Fault in Our Stars was excellent. I think it was even a series. You know, I almost cried. I think because, like I said, the first time I watched it, I said this on my podcast. The Fault in Our Stars was my sister actually who told me to watch it, and we were coming back from Dubai. You know, we had a family vacation. Then life was still sweeter, unlike when you grow up and when things are hard for your family. But then life was still sweeter, you know. So we had a family vacation. We went to Dubai. This was 2014. Yeah, Dubai was always hyped, but it wasn't as hyped as it is now, you know. So a lot of Nigerians were going there anyway that time, but it was like a good vacation spot, you know. So we went there. We stayed for 1 weekend. So we're coming back. I remember on the plane because she watched it as we're going. She was like, "When we're coming back, you should check it out," you know, because at that time we used Flash. There was no, I don't know. We just used Flash to watch our things. So I did not carry my laptop. I think because my dad was like, "No, no need to carry your electronics." But I know we did not carry our game, we did not carry our laptop. I don't know. What did we carry then? I think it was just our phones, obviously. You know, because my dad is a travel, what do they call them? Travel geek. He loves all this travel stuff. I always feel like if he had a job minus running a business, it would be travel emergency. It's a travel emergency kind of guy. You know, he's always like, okay, don't carry this to the airport, do this in the airport. But don't do that. Don't, he makes me laugh because he hasting everybody and makes anyway that final day. I'll just you guys on that another day. I don't know if I've mentioned it already, but I remember I watched it Shark coming back and I was like, oh my god, this the cry made me cry on the plane. But I was obviously as a guy can't be crying in front of people and you can't even be crying. So I was my teary was kind of emotional and it was lingering in my eyes, but it was not dropping. So I was like, oh, when she was crying at that bed scene, if you know the scene, exactly after Gus died and the parents came in the room and that cry, you could tell that she was also crying for real because of the whole story. But yeah, it was good. It was good. I was like, wow. I did not know when I almost wanted to start clapping. I was like, wow. Anyway, I was younger at that time, so I could not careless, but I could feel the emotions, whether young or old. I could care less. Yeah, careless, right? I said could not. Oh, so yeah. She died in paradise. Very emotional. I almost lost it. I was like, wow, wow. You know. Yeah, Bruno dropped album by the way. That's another thing I wanted to talk about. And I've not heard all the songs. For so far the one I've liked is still the I Just Might. And I hope this album does not dull me because you guys know he's my favorite male artist. Him, then The Weeknd, then I think two African artists are on the list. I don't know, Davido is leaving the list because I don't know for some reason, but I love Whiskey. It's a good thing. I don't know, Whiskey is also leaving the list, but they were part of the favorite, and then J. Cole. I love. I've not heard J. Cole's new album, but people are saying it's just there. Some people are saying it's shit. Some people are saying it's not the old J. Cole. But other people are saying they like it. They like it. They still feel it. So I've not heard it. I've heard one song, but I did not hear it very well. Well, but if it did not move me to download it, maybe I've not yet heard it very well. Let me just say that. So I would hear his album again. The old J. Cole, man, I used to jam that guy. I used to apparently was one of my jam in those days. I keep my head right. Let me not start singing so you guys don't fall in love. But he was so good. He was so good. So good. And he's a performer. He's good. And he's a storyteller also. He can tell stories straight rap. That is one thing I love about him. You guys know I'm very fictional. I'm very, what do they call it? I'm very poetic. Yeah. Yeah. Would I say that? You guys know I've written books and everything. I'm not published, but I have. So when I hear good songs, I know them. So the Bruno Mars album, for me, it was just, if I had to rate it, I'll give it a, I've not heard it rather, but if I have to rate the ones, I think I've risk it all. We have all heard it. For me, it was just there. I don't know, something about it has not hit for me, but I'll hear it again. No, because I don't know, I've not had the time, like I said, a lot. Even today, I have to go and do a little job. So it's been there, I've been there. There's a lot. I'll explain to you guys. I'm even looking for another, I'm looking for something to do, to gain money and then gain my attention and everything. So it's just a lot to think about right now. But I try to take this little time to try and get something resounding. So yeah, I just said, okay, let me talk to you guys. And yeah, like I said, the Bruno Mars album is just, I don't know, I've not heard it. So what am I saying? I haven't heard it. So, but I've heard, everybody knows I Just Mind. That one is good. The Risky Tour is just there, but I need a second listing. Then the remaining, I'll try and hear it. But I downloaded most of it. You know me. I love Bruno. He's my favorite. The Weeknd, always, all his albums. I've heard it. I love it. His recent one, I even thought I hated. I listened to it. I don't know how a guy keeps topping. Something about him is, I, and when I heard he writes some of his songs, I'm like, Jesus. The Weeknd might even be better than Taylor Swift in some, because here's the good thing with the Weeknd's writing. Now, I did not want to. I might do a separate video and a short on this. Taylor, here is okay. Let me say this. Taylor is a good writer when it comes to the love stories and telling a good story and everything. But The Weeknd is a deep writer. Yeah, The Weeknd. I think even the name "Baptized in Fear" already made me afraid. Then when I heard this song, I was like, nah, I have to do a whole separate video for the Weeknd. The way I did for Shane Woodley, I'll do it for the Weeknd. I'll do it for him. I'm going to do it after this video. So yeah, um, the Weeknd, you guys know I love it. But yeah, let me say this Bruno album. I'll listen to it. I'll really try to. Maybe as I'm busy today, I'll download the remaining songs, be listening to it and try and see if it can work with me. Anyway, we've talked about the Iran. Yeah, let me talk about this. The Rihanna shooting. Please, you guys stop with the speculation. Just stop with it. I saw Impressive Channel and I'm calling this out. I'm sorry to mention this. I don't think my video will go anywhere. But let me say this out loud. It's not everything that is planned out or so. I really think the Rihanna thing was yes, is the timing the best timing? No. But did it happen? It happened. There's no best timing for that kind of thing, obviously. But did it happen? Yes, it happened. There's no good timing, obviously. I'm sorry to say that. But it happened. It's not that like somebody planned. Not everything is planned. I even feel some of the Diddy speculation all of you are doing is a reach. But obviously at this point, who can? Because somebody who, anyway, I'll just you guys after everything's cleared, what's really going on with my family, what I really want to share. I said a lot, but going a lot I never imagined. I was just a guy and I don't want to get emotional. But I'll just guys, don't worry. But what I'm trying to say is that people speculate of certain things. And I've seen it happen to my family, I've seen it happen to other people. And now that I'm seeing it happen to my family in clear eyes, I'm like, okay, some things are over speculated. I'm like, trust me, that Rihanna's thing is more of a coincidence. There's a coincidence, more of a non-planned thing. I think it's planned, but not in that way of somebody in the industry is planning out. No, I think it's just a random stranger who does not like her. They said the suspect is that person. I don't know who the suspect. We don't know for sure. Like they said, she's a suspect, so it's just a suspect. But I've seen the way they have released some of our videos online, which is not talking good. Obviously, we knew this was going to come out. They'll release some of the things she must have said about Rihanna. What's where the hatred may come, but I just thought I was like, okay, people do a lot of this now. This I'm like, just stop it. And Impressive Channel saying it could be somebody in the industry. I was like, nah, you guys speculate too much. Too much. It's not, I don't think it's anybody. I think it happened. And the Nicki one, the Nicki said the breaking was from Jay-Z. I don't know. That is why I did not say anything. See, obviously, maybe she knows because somebody else said that, but this Rihanna song, I don't think so. Even the Nicki one, I don't know. It could not be him. It could be him. You all just stop speculating. Like I said, until we see things with our own full eyes, we can only speculate at most. Except there's enough evidence that is sufficient that makes sense. Makes sense that okay, this person is even lying. Like Stacy in Potomac. I'm sorry I have to use all these shows, but that is what I currently have seen. So when it comes to all this, their lifestyle, and she's a liar, and that one is because of there's enough evidence. And okay, let me say there's enough evidence, but you could just tell when somebody, because you know how you act when you're lying, and you can tell when how somebody will act, or some people act when they're lying. So could tell she's lying about certain things. So that is the same thing. So let's just stop. That is why the DT on I was starting to think also, okay, some people are reaching, and those were you guys insulting those small boys. Those were insulting his father and all those. That's why I did not agree with 50 Cent. 50 Cent is a child anyway, in a grown man's body, because he talks too much, and I don't hate him. He has hits. He has a countable hits for this, but they are still hits for this. You know, it's not, like I said, countable. A proportion hit for this, proportion amount of hits for this, but he still has hits for this. Maybe just an album hit for this. So yeah, I just wanted to say that. But I heard they're in Barbados. I almost said maybe they are so resting. God forgive me. I hope she's safe, and everything. You guys know Riri is my girl. She's just very. I think she's one of the most likable person on earth because of her songs. She her songs are too, not just relatable. Her songs are, she's just unique in a good way. You know, and it's sexy. Anyway, yeah. So let her be safe. Um, and she was inside with the child. That was scary. I could tell she was. As soon as I saw the news, I was like, "This is crazy." I don't think she will want to go back to L. And a lot has been going on in America right now, and I'm going to do another video on that. I just want to see how far this Iran stuff goes, but I'm going to do another video on America. I don't know. I don't know. Gen Z, there, as in, not just, something is just off in that air. It's just, I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, I wanted to talk about that. And is there any small thing that's happened of lately? Um, okay, the whole Kardashian stuff. I wanted to just highlight. Now that I'm going to talk much. Let me say this. Sorry, this video is so long, but I'll end it here because I've not spoken to you guys in a while. So I just said, okay, let me do a little short video. But the remaining videos will be short, I promise. Yeah, the whole Kardashian thing. I wanted to just say this. No, I don't, I don't, I also don't know. So let me just put this. Yes, we cannot trust the Kardashian. I've never trusted them or and so on. But I keep saying this. If the Do you think everybody in the industry love I know how human beings are. I don't think everybody loves the family and they hype them, and no. I know they have haters and everything, surely 1,000%. But if there were that much debt, surely somebody would have known, and surely somebody wants to. You think people are happy with Kim being a billionaire when some of them are not billionaires, and other kind of things. No, they are not. So if there were things, there surely somebody will know, and surely somebody would have brought it out or said something. But I don't think, I have a feeling, because if you can do two and two together, if they actually said Ray J is sick, and if it's actually true that, okay, he might be losing his life or something like that, then why won't he want to do this to get some money to put food on his family table before he goes? There's a put food. Keep a little asset for his family before he goes. That could also be a good reason. So we don't know all this. That's why I always say, stop being blind to certain perspective. The Kardashians have done nothing to really. In fact, they have helped the image of black people in certain ways, because they did release that black woman from prison. Isn't that good enough? And so stop trying to look at the downfall of other. This world is tired already, in the sense that everybody hates each other and everybody love each other, and everybody, okay, what am I saying? Everybody hates each other and everybody fake it till it's not necessary again. It's just crazy. It's just a crazy world. It's just crazy. Anyway, guys, that's all I wanted to talk about. I will post this video out do it now. Then I will also post the weekend video I want to make now. Then, but I'll first post this before I start recording that. Then I wanted to also talk about beauty standards, so I might post that last. But I might post 3 videos today. Then I'll do the 2 shots on the weekend one. I don't know of the beauty standard. Let's see. But I'll post this video today. All right, guys. I'll post it now. All right. I have other things to do. I don't have to keep things up. All right, guys. Maybe after the weekend.